Hi guys, how are you? I know it's been a hot minute, but hi, how are you? Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing a bead haul. I just went and bought some beads from Michael's. I have gotten into the hobby of making rosaries. For those who don't know, I did become Catholic earlier this year, and I did make dream catchers. I still do, but I bought my beads in bulk from Amazon, and there was some beads that were just a bit more difficult for me to figure out a design for the dream catchers. Not that it's super hard, but there was just, yeah. So I started making rosaries, and these beads in particular, these wooden ones, I absolutely hated because I bought them for a dream catcher with a specific design in mind, and it didn't work out, and I ended up with 1,000 of these. But thankfully, now that I got into this hobby, it worked out perfectly. And the bead haul that I got is specifically for these beads, which for a rosary, for those who don't know, it's a tool to help keep track of the prayers for a rosary. So there's 10 of these in a set, and then your single bead, and then 10 in a set and a single bead. These are called decades, hint the 10, and then these are the Glory Be prayer, Our Father prayer. Anywho, these are usually singled out at the end of a decade. So with that being said, I do like those single beads in particular to be different in the design. For something like this, I consider this to match because they're all wooden beads. Matching beads are completely fine. I do have some rosaries like that as well, but I do like to have the Glory Be beads to be a little different than the rest of the rosary. So I got these, which are angels. They are silver angels. I don't know how this is gonna look, but at the very least, I will use them for my dream catchers if they don't look how the way I want to. And then I have these beautiful flowers. I actually used the flowers to make a rosary set for me and my daughter. They're matching rosaries, with hers being beads this size, which are a little bit smaller. These are like 6mm beads, and then mine being beads of this size, which are 8mm beads. But they're matching, and they both have these flowers, which are super pretty. I love them, and they come in a set of 6, which is how many you need for a rosary, so perfect. And then I have these. I'm not too sure about the design, but my idea is to put a bead in between. There is a woman I follow on Instagram. Her handle, I believe, is Catholic Charms. I have to double check that. But she makes rosaries as well, and she uses things like this and has a little bead in the middle. So I think I'm gonna try that because I like the idea. And this comes in a set of 10. And then this one comes in a set of 12. I love these hearts, absolutely love them. I've already made several rosaries with these, and I'm just a huge fan. Absolutely love them. And I don't always put beads in the center when I do them. And I can get 2 rosaries out of this one because it's a set of 12. Whereas this one's a set of 10, which means I'll have a couple extra. I can only do 1 rosary, and then I'll have a couple extra, which in that case I'll use for a single decade bracelet, or sorry, a single decade rosary, which means there's only 10 without the end, without the single bead at the end. It's just 10, and those are used for travel. A lot of people like put it in their purse or a school bag or a gym bag or things like that when they don't have time to pray the full rosary, so they'll use these. So, and usually when you have a set of 10, you still have one bead down here, which is what I would use the extra ones for these from. And to say it more clearly, because I'm trying to keep the words very simple for those who don't know, but what I mean is, like I stated, this is a decade, and then you have this bead. This will not be on there, it would just be the decade beads, a single decade, because there's only one. And then I have these silver hearts, and these come, doesn't say, I think when I counted, they come in a set of 19, so I can get 4 rosaries out of these if I do my math correctly. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. But I can do 4 with a couple extra for single decade. But I love these. A lot of my rosaries are silver. They have the silver cross and metal. Usually my black ones, like these, have the brass because they just look better, but I do have some gold. And like, for example, I did get these, and these are crosses. I have silver crosses. I have not used the gold, but it does give me a bit of variety. This one is 23 pieces, but it will be split. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So that's 4 rosaries out of these as well. I don't know if I don't think I did. I have a silver set that I've bought a couple times actually that I really like. I did also buy these, like, I don't know what they're called, iridescent. They're glass faceted. There's 24 pieces, so I can get quite a few out of these as well. No, I think I lied. I think the 18 is 3 rosaries and the 24 is 4. That makes a lot more sense, because I know 5 times 6 is 30, so but yes, they're little butterflies, which I think will be super pretty. So this is 4 rosaries, and these are, I just love the way that these look, and they're also a different cut. I know it's kind of hard to see them, but they're a different cut. They're not smooth, so I like that, and it adds a little bit of color. Like I said, I have a lot of silver. I got these really pretty flowers, different styles. There's 28 of these, so that's still only 4, but I can use single decade ones. And I love the flowers. The flowers are very pretty, because the sets that I got from Amazon, the beads come in a set of 24, and to make a rosary you need a total of 56 beads, because there's 5 decades, that's 50, and then the single beads right here are, there's 6, I lied, 56, 57, 59. You need 59 beads because you do need the 3 down here. So 59 beads. So I only have 24, which means I have to add other beads to make the 59. I'm sorry, that was really loud. So for example, this is one that I've made for an order. I already had the purple, and I already had the pearls, and the pearls are what I've been using to fill up the space. As you can tell, this is what it looks like. And 4 of the decades look like this, where they change color. And the reason this one looks like this is because there's not enough to fill this decade with the purple in rotation. So because of that, I have to use the pearls, and then I also have to rotate these out as well. I am holding it back backwards, my apologies. So that's what I mean. And as I stated, see, like, this is an example of having the Glory beads, Our Father beads. This one is very pretty. And yes, I do accept custom orders. That was a custom order. And then one last one. I already sold 3. I sold 3 in a whole set by the same person, so that's fun. And I have this as well. This one I believe is only 5. So in theory I should have bought another one, but I've seen people rotate these out, not using the same ones throughout the whole rosary. I think that's what we're gonna have to do with this guy, but we'll see, because I got some green beads I don't know what to do with, and I think adding the pink onto them is gonna give them more of like an earthy type vibe. It's very, very much what I'm going for. So far I have made 30 in total. That is including the ones I made for me and my daughter. But yes, so I just wanted to do that quick little bead haul, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.